Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be doing our weekly market analysis, and you're going to be seeing a good amount of, I guess, pullbacks that we've had from this so-called correction or market crash people have been calling. So prices have actually become much more affordable with many different sets. I mean, I guess you could determine how affordable it is depending on how, who you are and what your budget is like. We're also going to see that people still tend to buy things with blindfolds on, and I don't understand what they're doing. But before we continue, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Every little bit helps. I'm grateful for you all. Thank you very much. With that being said, let's get to it. So we're going to be starting with Mega Evolutions. Of course, this is the enhanced box. So let's not forget that we knew there was going to be a second wave of Mega Evolutions, which I think has played out pretty well, right? This box was pre-ordering somewhere, what was it, 350 at some point? Yeah, 350, really stabilized around 300. And because they held that second wave back, it dropped it down to the current market price of $278. Now, I think this was a pretty good idea, and I think this may impact Phantasmal Flames in the same manner, right? We're going to get that price point that people in the beginning, I guess when it first comes out in that first wave, are going to determine market prices at, and then at some point, second wave comes out and it's going to drop it below that price. And hopefully it stays there. If not, goes even lower, right? Because why don't, we want more affordable prices, which is great. So it's 278 right now for Mega Evolutions Enhanced Booster Box, which is great. How much lower will it go? We don't know. It has continuous drop until this last day where people are buying some boxes at the 286 you can see there. So it might stay around that 280 range. We don't know yet. It depends on what we're doing this next week. This next week is really going to determine it. Will it shoot right back up? Will it continue downward like it has been right here? We'll have to see. Interestingly enough, the regular non-enhanced box has not really budged. It's stuck around that 300 range. You see it zigzagging up and down here, but it's really the average point right now is 300. That's really what it's done in the last month. You could actually draw a straight line across here as you could do with any other graph when there's an average that you want to point out. So yeah, 300 is that for the non-enhanced, which is weird to me. The enhanced is clearly going to be more valuable with the box topper on it, unless people are assuming that this box is going to be more, I don't know, more scarce. I guess you could say that it's a pretty early to just make that kind of assumption. But from right now, that's what it seems like. I don't know. People are, I guess, paying more money for the non-enhanced. I would not personally, just me. Looking on eBay, trying to cross-reference, you are seeing deals. As I said before, you are seeing prices that are much more affordable than what we had 3 weeks ago to a month ago. It is a great time to buy anything that you didn't feel like you could afford before, or at least maybe things you couldn't justify buying, right? Mega Evolutions, $250 today. On the buy it now, $296 on bids, which makes no sense to me. This box looks horrible as well. I don't know why you would do that. Another one on bids at $305, non-enhanced, and it says it in the description as well. And I don't know. eBay sometimes is the wild west, I would say. Two Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. I think they've been going. I think one is at 240, one is at 230, making it 470 plus $210. That's a pretty good buy right there. That's a pretty good buy. That's a steal, actually. Nice buy right there. Let's see what else. Another enhanced box at 330 with a bunch of sleeve packs. That looks like under the old market price. Maybe not current. Sleeve packs may be a little more expensive, though. Might be right at market right now. Not bad, though. What is this? This looks a little weird. The way they... Is this a steering wheel? $249 on the best offer right here with $12 delivery, $13 delivery. Not bad. That is not a bad pickup right there whatsoever. 278 right at market. I don't know what the cases are going for. I didn't look those up today. But yeah, this is a nice bundle to pick up if you could pick it up just like that other guy did at 600 and what was that? $80? That was sick. $290 here plus delivery above market. So I don't know. I think when people buy things, they're not aware of what they're buying all the time. Like they're not up to date with what market is, which is great, a great reason to watch this video. But like every week, you could know what market is at if you don't want to do the homework yourself. I always correlate, between TCG Player and eBay like I'm doing right now. But sometimes people buy things and it really blows my mind. It's like they don't know what's going on. This thing looks like they played Call of Duty with this thing and it's got a gunshot wound. Look at that big hole in the front. And they still paid $335 for it plus $44 shipping. That is insane. Once again, It's like they shop with blindfolds on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I can't speak for that person. 285 here, 313. A lot of prices changing. You're seeing a lot of swings, but for the most part, you can find deals right now. Clearly, we saw one today at 250. We're seeing them on TCG Player for 278. I don't know why anybody would pay more than that when it's clearly there for that price, but we'll move on. Next, Blackbolt. The Blackbolt ETB is sitting at $85, still doing what it's been doing for some time now. $85 is really where it's been at. Will this box go up? I feel like eventually, when this box stops showing up on shelves, stops showing up on Walmart, I think this box will start to shoot up. It is a specialty set. They usually do well. And once again, the set's nice. It's a nice set. It may be Gen 5, but it is a nice set. It's got a lot of IRs in it. Of course, it's got the most IRs ever in a set. And I would say that it's got some nice things in it, right? Both of them, both White Flare and Black Bolt, have some nice IRs in there, some nice SIRs as well, and good value as well. The set values are pretty nice. What do we got here? $80 for White Flare. Same thing. It's been around $78 to $80 for the most part. It's still doing the same thing. Once again, I think it's going to be the same thing. It will trail behind Black Bolt because it doesn't have something like the Seismitoad in there, helping keep this price up. And also, of course, Zekrom is favored over Reshiram, even though the Reshiram cards in White Flare are actually really, really nice, both the SIR and the all-white card. That all-white one, I would love to see it on the tag slab. I don't care that it's tagged for any reason. It's not for sales purposes. I would just like to see that all-white card in a tag slab. It must look really nice. Moving on, Destin Rivals. Destin Rivals had a decent pullback, went all the way down to like $362, I believe. $362 right here, October 13th. And we're back up to $388. I mean, it's expected, right? I expect this box to be at around $390 to $400 for a little while. I don't expect it to be shooting it back up too quickly unless there's another buyout, and I don't expect it to be happening anytime soon. At least I hope not. It all depends on how much supply hits the market, right? If we keep getting more supply, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. We've only gotten something for the Pokemon Center, and I heard about Target. Aside from that, I haven't heard too much about, LGSs or anything getting Destin Rivals like that. But hopefully more hits the market. Hopefully it can get even cheaper, more affordable, and we can just keep buying more. But it's still much more affordable than what it was a few weeks ago, right? We had it at 402. Before that, 426. After the buyout, it was at 420, 430, 440. Right? The buyout pushed this box up to almost $500, and we are now at 390. So you can consider it a discounted price or not. I know it's still expensive, but it pretty much is. Looking on eBay, once again, you can find some discounted prices. 384 right here, below current market, just $4, but it's still below 400 plus delivery. 398, 60. That's the PCTB. 278 here for, I don't even know if that sounds crazy. That sounds really cheap. I would love it if that was real, right? That's October 8th though, so sometimes these eBay listings jump like this. I don't know why. $370 best offer plus delivery, a little below market, not bad. What else here? 331 on bids. Great buy. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I always talk about go on eBay, go on Facebook. If you're going to go on eBay, see if you can find some auctions, because if you can get a steal like this, you're going to be really happy. $331 below anything that we've seen in recent times. Wow, not bad. $370 on bids. $350 best accepted offer, not bad. That's below that previous low of $362. It's below that at $350. $425 on bids with $46 delivery. What is that? And this was today. Yeah, I don't know. Are they pumping this up on purpose? I don't know. This is weird to me. From Italy, why would somebody buy this? I don't get it. $430 here. Insane. $379. I don't understand what's going on here, guys. I don't. $385 with the acrylic. With the acrylic, it's a steal. If it is, that's $355 with the acrylic. What else? We got a case here for $1,900. I have not looked at the cases today, but I would assume they're still in the 2300s, which because it's Destin Rivals. So if that went for 1900, that's pretty good. What else? 363 on bids, not bad. 380 on bids, that's not horrible either. Right at market right now, right below. Yeah, Destin Rivals is still moving. It's of course going to be a heavy hitter long term. But like I said before, you can find some deals out there. If you can get something at 350, or you could have gotten something maybe a few days ago, that would have been amazing. Amazing for anyone. But once again, look for bids. Look for bids. Journey Together. This is the non-enhanced box, still sitting at 364. It's been right around that point for a little while. The 260s, I mean. Sorry, I said 364. It's 264. Since October 10th, it's been at really what is that? Sorry. Since October 8th, it's really been at like 260. So it's been a few weeks now where the non-enhanced has crept up to that spot and it's staying there. And if we look at the enhanced, it's really been doing the same exact thing. It has pulled back a little bit. It's only been a few dollars. It's pulled back from $264 to 260. Not much. Still really at that 260 range, and it's been there since what? Beginning of October, October 1st, 2nd. So it's been some time now. Almost 3 weeks where journey together, both the non-enhanced and enhanced have been at $260. Even with all the negative talk about it, it's still pushing. Looking on eBay today, $200. I don't know if this is accurate or not. It's hard to trust these digital images, but he's got some sales there. He's got 232 sales with 100% feedback, so it might be real. 244 here, 90%. Yeah, that might be real as well. 244. That's a nice buy. 260 the enhanced here. 260 again. We have a case for $1,575. I pointed out before the sealed booster box cases for joined together, like the premium on that, the premium that we've been used to when it comes to sealed cases is abysmal. It's like nothing, right? If the box is sitting at 260, right? What do we got? 266, 1560, guys. That's a $15 premium. There is no other booster box that has a premium like that. Like literally none. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm not remembering the Scarlet and Violet base one. But aside from that, every other one has an insane premium. I mean, steal right there in comparison to premiums. 237 here on bids. Best accepted offer 232. 275 here for one. That's crazy. Above market, but like I said, guys, you can find steals, guys. Great right here at 232. Great right here at 237. I mean, this is a times like these where something like, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a stock, whether it's a coin of some kind, whether it's Pokemon. The moment that you see a dip, if you're a buyer, this is usually a time to buy. This is a time to buy at prices that you could never buy before, right? At least maybe at a time that you couldn't have it, you couldn't afford it at the moment. And if the time is now, maybe it's a good time for you to buy. You know, it's, once again, affordable prices don't come by often. I hear a lot of people complaining about things being too expensive, and I agree they are. But if that's you, then maybe this is the time for you to look around. Next, Prismatic Evolutions, the Prismatic ETB. Still sitting at $138. Even with all those ETBs printed, it has just continued to push up. It had a little bit of a pullback here from a few dollars, but wow. I mean, $138 for a Prismatic ETB, just like it was earlier this year. And there was a lot of negative talk about the Prismatic ETB, and people thought that people were going to just lose it. But we're right back here. And if they don't keep printing it, the longer the time goes on, the more it's going to keep rising. Prismatic Evolutions, the super premium collection. Of course, we have not seen these come back to market. We haven't seen anything appear. It's sitting at $317. It had a little bit of a pullback from $325 to $317. So maybe some guys are starting to undercut each other a little bit with these sales. I see the most recent is at $311. So once again, I've mentioned many times before, whoever's listing on here, don't think of them as an investor. They want to move product. So if product does not start moving, they will start undercutting each other. Even if it's by a little bit, $5 here and there, they'll start moving. Those prices will start creeping down. Now, cross-referencing on eBay, $750 for 5 ETBs, 2 of them which are bundles. And what's that? What were they at? 138, right? That's what it was, right? 138 times 690. So what? Let's say you just took the ETBs at market. You have 2 booster bundles here for $30 each, way below market. This is a pretty good buy. It's not insane, being that this delivery is $51, but I guess it's a good buy. It looks like the market price is really baked into the delivery right there. But I assume something this big will have a big delivery fee. $375 for the Pokemon Center ETB. A regular ETB going for $130 on bids. Not horrible. Could be better. $110 here with $11 delivery on the buy it now. That's not bad right there. That's the kind of stuff we're trying to look for here on eBay. A case, a lot of 10 for $1,250. So that's $125 per ETB. And that's in a, too bad it's not sealed. But that's still 10. Not bad. Plus a bonus. Plus a bonus to buy this right here. What is it, like a Japanese, probably a Japanese Charmander, right? I got to see this, guys. I got to see the original listing. I got to see this. It's a Japanese Charmander from 151 as a bonus for whoever buys this. That's too funny. 111 here. Best offer for another ETB with 673 delivery. $150 here. I mean, once again, it's moving. This is all today, guys. I have not scrolled past listings that came today. Sorry, this is another listing for September 2nd. I don't know why they keep doing that. It keeps like jumping up. It skips. 101 with $8 delivery. Not bad. That's $110 below market. That's a nice buy. I mean, $565 for 3 ETBs with $41 shipping from the UK. Insane. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what people are doing sometimes when they buy these things. It's so crazy. $221. What? $221 with 43 bids? I don't trust some of these things, guys. I don't know what's going on. But we see, for the most part, what is the price that things are selling for, somewhere from $110, I would say, to $140 for Prismatic on eBay. But you could clearly, if you can get them at 110, that's what I would push for. I would urge for that same thing and always bids and just try to get them lower. The Prismatic SPC on eBay sold here for $320, $325 right here. What is this? A case of 4 of them for $1,325, $15 delivery. That does not look like a steal. But if it's a sealed case, it is. Probably has a nice premium attached to it. $275 here with $11 delivery. What was the market price again? $317, I believe. Yeah, $317. Not bad. $375. It's a pretty good buy right there. Yeah, man, these buys are always coming up, especially right now. Especially right now with everybody's doubt. All this doubt people have. They're just trying to move their product. $250 right here, a really nice buy. I'm just looking for a nice buy now. They're all going like at 310, 300, pretty close to market, but 250, that's a really nice buy. 315, $280, 290 right here on bids. 290 again on bids. Yeah, a lot of stuff moving, a lot of products still moving in the past few days. I would say still go out looking for deals. This is the time to do it, because later on, once the market has confidence in Pokemon, these deals don't really come often. They don't. They're harder and harder to come by. Sellers want to sell for 100%. They don't want to give you a deal. They don't want to give you 90%. This is the time to do it. Surgeon Sparks booster box down to $268. Now, I did mention before, we were at $262, and I made a video, and I was just talking about Surgeon Sparks at some point, and I said I didn't think it was going to go 260. I don't see it going too much lower. 260 seems like it's dropped down really far from that all-time high of $304 down to 260. It's now starting to rebound. $268 market price. I mean, I still think you can find it for 260. I still think you can find it for 250 if you look hard enough on eBay, Facebook, or maybe even some LGSs if you can work them down to it. But I think you can still find some deals. I know some people are buying clearly above market here, 270. But somebody got one for 257, 268, 268 again. I mean, I would say be patient, especially right now. Right now is the time for patience. This is the time where you can pick your spots and make the buys that you want to make. Looking on eBay, looking here today on bids, $248 with $10 delivery. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you want. Great buy right there. $240 with $12 delivery. That's a $250 buy on Surgeon Sparks. Pretty good right there. And like I said, they're out there. $250. You can find them. $275 here above market. Free delivery. $215 here. Free delivery. If that was real, that'd be sick. But there is no positive feedback here whatsoever. So I don't know if that's accurate. But $215 would be amazing. $270 here with $12 delivery above market. $250 with $10 delivery, $240 with $8 delivery, an amazing buy right there. $238 on bids with $12 delivery, that's sick. $242 again, 2 times on bids, nice. That's where we want it, guys. $247 with $12 delivery is what we really want. Surgeon Sparks being one of the best sets in the era. It's second best main set booster box. I mean, can't go wrong with Surgeon Sparks. It's a great set. It's a great sealed product to have for the long term. This is a product that you definitely want to get your hands on. And right now, this is a great discounted price you're getting at it right now, because it was just at $300. I know everything is really inflated. I know everything is really expensive, and we want them to be cheaper. But this is the cheapest we've seen it in a really long time. It's been a really long time where we saw Surgeon Sparks selling for $250. This is the time to buy. Next, we're going to be looking at Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown still being probably one of the worst sets in the era. Has had nothing happening on TCG Player, but I also think the TCG Player chart is kind of broken. There are a few booster boxes that are having this happening, and I'm pretty sure that that's not accurate. So if you look at most recently sold on the 15th, 14th, 13th, and they're just not appearing here. None of those sales are appearing on this chart, so that's not accurate. So we've had some sales a few days ago at $280, $300, $290, $280, and $275 on the 13th on TCG Player. I don't believe in this box whatsoever. I don't know why anybody would pay $300 for it, but you do what you do. If you really like Select Crown and you really believe in it, then buy it. But the vast majority of people do not believe in this set. Looking on eBay, because this box keeps moving up. I usually don't cross-reference Stellar Crown because I don't believe in it. But let's see what we got on eBay. Let's see if it makes sense to buy at TCG Player prices. Sold today at $260. That's one already. $240, well below market. One says best accepted offer, and it's already at $250, so it must have been lower, right? $233 here with $16 delivery, still below market. Nowhere close to $300. These are all at like $250, $240. I mean, it just makes sense. That's why you always got to cross-reference between TCG Player, between eBay and Facebook and your LGSs. Look at what's going on, even though some LGSs are taking advantage with TCG Player because it's more expensive. $233 here with $16 delivery again. $236 on bids. Let's see what else we got. $265, $248 on bids with $8 delivery. $220 here with $7 delivery, $8 delivery, and $257 here with $8.81 delivery. I mean, like I said, the market speaks for itself when you have a free market here where listings aren't being driven so badly by a graph that's sitting right in front of you, and people are making better choices on bids, right? So do with that what you will. Do you want to search around? Do you want to just go with TCG Player? I would always recommend looking around and shopping on maybe eBay, because TCG Player seems to always be a little inflated. Now, Twilight Masquerade had a little bit of a pullback as well. It had an all-time high of $331. It is now sitting at $321. Not so bad for this box. We haven't heard anything about reprints for Twilight Masquerade, right? I mean, this is a great set. It's a great sealed product to have. It's within the top 3, top 4, debatable with Paldea Evolved. I mean, Paldea Evolved has many more IRs to offer, so maybe that takes a third spot, depending on your opinion, whoever you are. But this box keeps moving, and it has nonstop been moving all year. Most recently sold at 307, 313 before that, 295, 313 again, 307, 313. Really sitting in that teens range, 310 and 300 right here. I mean, if this box is going to be a little more affordable, a lot of people would be happy, because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people, including myself, that don't have this box right here. And I really do believe in that box. I think it's going to do really well long term. Now, looking on eBay, I thought that was a box of theirs, why I had it there, but we're here. $308 with $43.50 shipping is pretty crazy. This is not where I would be with this box if it were up to me. Not with that shipping, of course. I would never buy anything from the UK. But we'll keep looking. $300 here with $30 on bids. Sorry, $300 with 30 bids. $10 delivery, basically $310 for the box. Not bad. Right at market, basically. Or right under market. $320 here with delivery. Still really close to market. $304 here. That's much better. No delivery in there. $305. Much further away from market there, about $20. $320 here for another one. Not so crazy for Twilight Masquerade. I don't see Twilight Masquerade without having a legit reprint come in. I don't think this box is going to be lowering in price too much. It's not going to have that much of a pullback, in my opinion. You just don't see this box getting printed right now. Nobody's talking about that, which matters, of course. And the box also didn't shoot up dramatically. It has gone up gradually over time. It hasn't had that huge spike up that's going to cause it to pull back, right? So that box is sitting at that price, and it's going to be there for a little while. Temporal Forces, another one. We hear nothing about Temporal Forces reprints. We see, of course, booster packs within collection boxes, just like we see with anything else. But booster boxes are not getting talked about whatsoever. We hear nothing about Temporal Forces booster boxes, and the box has been sitting at about $265 for some time now. $260 for like the whole month of October. We'll have to see what this box does long term. I don't know. It's really close to me to where Paradox Rift is, and Paradox Rift is not that great of a set. I like this one better, but it's still relatively close to what that is. You've got future Pokemon, you've got Paradox Pokemon, maybe Pokemon that people don't really relate to, but we'll have to see what it really does long term, because this box, just like Paradox Rift, has a lot of SIRs and IRs, and it's some great art in there. So we'll have to see what they do. Looking on eBay, cross-referencing, we're seeing some, like I said before, people buy blindly sometimes. You have a sale here for $290, well above market. I don't understand it there, but we have them on bids as well, right? $263, but then the delivery is $27.43. That's insane. No way. That's crazy. $260 here with $8 delivery, $261 here with $31 delivery from the UK once again, which is insane. $250, not bad there. $259 on bids. I mean, Temporal Forces was one of the last booster boxes left on the Pokemon Center website. That doesn't mean that it's the weakest set out of the era. It just happened to be there. People were looking at other things. Once again, when you have content creators talking up specific sets, it drives demand that way, because they are influencers. People do get influenced once they hear something, they get attracted to it, and Temporal Forces was not one of those sets that was getting talked about so much. And so it was available for a little while, but once again, it's another Pokemon set. It can do really well long term. We don't know what it's going to do. We'll have to see what happens. It's not going to be great, though. It's always going to be middle of the pack for sure. Next, the Paldean Fates Elite Trainer Box has been pulling back for the past few weeks. It was on a huge run up, right? It went all the way up to basically $300. It was at $296. It has now pulled back to $283. It's negative almost 3 on the month. It was at a high of 296 earlier this month. It basically went down 4% from that high. But once again, it's a great set. People believe in it. Bubble Mew is being said to be, if not the best, one of the greatest SIRs of the era. And it is a really nice card. You got the nice Charizard in there. The Gardevoir is really nice. And people believe in this box. So it should keep on pushing later on, in the long term. I'm not really worried about it pushing up too much right now. It already pushed up a good amount as it is, so we'll have to see what happens. Looking on eBay, you're seeing a lot of the PC ETBs moving. Not too many of the ETBs moving around right now. We have one here that went on bids for $227 with $25 delivery, putting it at $250, well below market. I would take that. What else? A lot of these are PC ETBs. $270 here with $10 delivery, really close to market. $295 right here. What else? Those are all PC ETBs. Once again, for some reason, the regular ETBs haven't been moving so much on eBay. People are holding them. $300 here. $269 with $8 delivery. Yeah, that's really where we're at. $270 to $300 for the regular ETB on Paldean Fates. And once again, you're not seeing too many of these move, but a lot of people believe in this box right here, and they'll hold it for the long term. Paradox Rift Booster Box. Once again, this box got bought out. I don't believe in this box whatsoever. It has pulled back from that insane $324 high that was not justified to down to $275, and it seems to continue on dropping. We're at $275. You see the most recently sold here at $263. Should it just keep going down? Really, $270 here, $278, $276, $280, $280. I mean, these are unjustifiable buys, in my opinion. I would not pay that for this box, right? I have one, but I bought it for $110. Yeah, I would not pay this for this box. It's just not a great set. We already know it's one of the mid tier, but like lower tier sets. We don't really believe in this box. I mean, most people don't. Of course, the set overall has fans. There are nice cards in there, right? The Roaring Moon is nice. The Altaria is nice, but the set overall is not a great set. And those two cards there, even with the Groudon, are not enough to keep this box up the way that people want it to be. So now looking on eBay for Paradox Rift, $245 today on bids. $245, right where that box really should be. There's one sale here at $289. There's another here at basically $260 plus $10 delivery. That's basically $270 for that box. $290 right here. I mean, one thing that's clearly helping out this box is that it's rotating out next year, right? 250 plus $10 delivery here. That's really where it should be, in my opinion. Even if it is rotating out, it's not good enough. $266 on bids, no delivery here. Not so bad. $240 here with $10 delivery, 250. Goodbye right there. 250 plus $7 delivery. A little worse, but still better than whatever market is right now. This box just isn't good enough, in my opinion. Sometimes people are trying to diversify, and that's fine, but you got to make the smart buys too. You got to make them smart. 151 Elite Trainer box. Market price is at $407. It has been really stagnating for a little while now. Ever since September, really, it hit 400. It's only really gone up to $407 in the span of a little over a month. So it's not doing anything too crazy. It's really been sitting flat around that spot. But it is 151. What it does long term, we really don't know. It already just ran up so much this year. So many of these products have run up so much that it really makes me question how much more are they going to run up in the next year? Are they going to run up just as fast or as strong? I don't think so. I think for modern sets, I feel like we're going to be reaching some kind of a top. Even though every set's going to have their own individual top, I think we're going to hit this milestone for these sets that's not going to push too high, right? Because then you're not giving any room for growth in the long term. If this box, for example, was $1,000 tomorrow, how much more do you think it's going to go up? I mean, it just doesn't make sense, right? It has to make sense. 151 UPC. The 151 UPC, my favorite product from 151, has pulled back a little bit from $625, $24 to $597 market. So it has pulled back a little bit as well. I mean, once again, it's another product that ran up so much. This is a huge run up here, guys, from $270 in May to $624 at the end of September, beginning of October. That's insane. That's double the price in just a span of a few months. A little too fast, in my opinion, and that's why you're getting a pullback, though. That's exactly why you're getting a pullback. Looking on eBay for the the 151 ETBs, not the Pokemon Center ones. We're not looking at that one. You have here, one here. Oh, no, that's not it. Wow. Sorry, guys. $365 here on bids. $349 here. Best offer taken. Not even best offer taken. It's just to buy it. What else? We have $380 here with $5 delivery. We have another one here at $400 right at market. We have another here at $400 with $8 delivery, really close to market as well. Once again, it's 151, so it's moving. If these people bought these boxes back a few years ago, a year and a half ago, they bought these boxes really cheap, and it's a great time for them to sell. These boxes multiplied by like 6 at this point, and they can realize gains. These are great gains. You don't have to keep holding if you've got gains that are this big, right? It's pretty insane with 151. Looking for the UPC on eBay now. $570 here on bids. $590 on this one on bids. $580 buy it now. $600 buy it now with $15 delivery. Pretty close to the old market price, which is where you don't want to be, right? $590 here, $540 here on bids. I mean, this product it's really expensive, right? But in my opinion, it's really outside of the PC ETB having the exclusivity thing, keeping it up. This is the top tier product. It's a really great product to play at. The promos are insane. I mean, you can't go wrong with this one. It's just getting really expensive for most people to continue believing in it. But for those who have it, this is going to be a monster long term. Moving on, Obsidian Flames booster box. Sitting at $333. It has found some stagnation. It has found a sweet home at like $330. It hasn't moved in about the last month. Hasn't done much. Obsidian Flames, another box that it's a really small set. It doesn't have anything insane in it. The Charizard in it doesn't look amazing. I like some of the IRs better than that Charizard, to be honest. But it is Charizard, and for that reason, it is pushing a bit. It did push a bit, and of course, it's also getting rotated out next year. So that also helped. And once again, content creators talking the box up helped push it up. Looking on eBay now, have a sale here at $330 plus delivery. $305 here on bids plus $16 delivery. Could have got that one at a much better price on bids. I mean, need to be smarter. $300 here with $19 delivery on bids as well. I think we could be a lot smarter on buys like that. $330 here with $10 delivery. yeah, this box is still selling over $300 or at $300. And I think you could be getting this box so much cheaper. This set is not great. I mean, it really just isn't. $305 here on bids, $310 here on bids with basically $10 delivery. That's $320 for that box. Yeah. I think we could be getting better deals on Obsidian Flames. I really would hope for some, but that's what we got right now. $335 again. That's a really clean, minty box though. I like that box. Moving on, Paldea Evolved. Now, Paldea Evolved surprisingly pulled back. There are no reprints coming for the booster box, at least that we've heard of, but the box still pulled back from its all-time high of $476 down to $458. I did not expect that from this box whatsoever. I mean, granted, it could have pulled back even more. $458 for a Scarlet and Violet booster box is still a lot of money. It appreciated really, really quickly, and this is what I'm talking about with this. At some point, it's going to reach a point where it isn't justifiable to have it push up even higher. Can it? Possibly. It's really controlled by TCG player sellers and very specific buyers to push this box up, because you could look outside of TCG player and maybe find some better plays. $380 here. Can't trust it though. It's got no positive feedback here, so we can't trust that sale. Would be nice if that was a real sale at $380, but we have one here at $405 with $16 delivery, well below market. That's a really, really nice buy right there for a box that was sitting at $476. What else we got here? $430 on bids with free delivery. That's still under current market price even after the pullback. 24 bids brought this box up to $420, $6.50 delivery. Not bad. Another nice buy under market. Like I said before, can't stress this enough. This is the time for you to find deals out there. This is the time where people are questioning Pokemon, and this is the time that if you still believe in it, it's the time to buy. $335 here on 25 bids, $25 delivery. That's insane. That is insane. Wow. And it says case fresh 3 out of 6. I don't think he's going to be selling any more out of that case. $362 on 40 bids, $17 delivery, well below market. And I've got to believe this one. This guy's got 2.6K feedback, 99%. All right, no problem. I believe that. Paldea Evolved has pulled back. There have been, once again, some discounted prices. It's a great time to be buying right now if you can afford these boxes. Now, Scarlet Violet base has been pulling back just a little bit, just a few dollars. All-time high 247. It's down to 244. Not really much of a pullback on this, actually, just $3 down. Scarlet Violet base, once again, one of the best, if not the best, base booster box ever created. I mean, Mega Evolutions is really a debate. Everybody keeps saying it's not a base box. It's not a new era actually being brought into the TCG. They're just redoing it. So you can have your debates as to whether it's a base booster box or not when it comes to Mega, but this is still going to be one of the best ones ever made. Moving on, Crown Zenith, right? The chart, once again, I think these charts are broken. It's sitting at $224 market. It was at some point at $227, pulled back maybe a little bit, but if we look at the sales here, we'll see we have been having sales in the past few days, even though it's not showing on the chart. $215 today, $223 today again, and another one at $226. As of yesterday, we had one sale at $226. Before that, we had $220, $233, $233, $233, constant $233s, 5 of them in a row, and then $220. Crown Zenith, maybe a very big hitter long term, right? I mean, I know that people keep talking about this box. They're being out there in abundance. I mean, it all depends on how long you hold, right? If you hold this box for a year and you let go of the product, it may not grow in that time, right? But if you hold this box for 3 years, 4 years, this box may have a decent value at the time, right? By the time that comes around, most of these people that aren't patient enough to hold are going to let them go, and it's going to make this product even more scarce. Looking on eBay now, we're seeing Crown Zenith still moving on eBay. This was today on bids, $208.50. We have a sealed case right here. Went for $2,025 on 40 bids. So basically $200 on an ETB. Not really a sealed premium here. I mean, that's a nice buy. Delivery is $82.25 though. So that really I guess you can call that your, I don't know, your added price on top for the sealed product. Don't know. It's delivery though. $220 here. 240 right here on bids. Whoa, $296 plus $32.53 shipping from the UK. That's crazy. We're gonna just ignore that one. $225, $192.50 on bids. We gotta ignore those guys. Those things are like a cancer to the brain. You cannot do what those people are doing. You cannot. Can't happen whatsoever. Please do not come back to this channel if you're doing this. Don't, because I am not going to ever recommend that whatsoever. $200 here on the buy it now with $11.50 delivery. Crown Zenith, it's a great set, right? We've all enjoyed opening it. There's a pull in almost every pack. I think long term, when the box isn't around, it's going to do well. Honestly, I mean, I think a lot of people believe in this box, and this is why so many people have it in their collection. So keep that in mind. Moving forward, Silver Tempest, another box that was bought out at some point, and I spoke about it. Everything from $550 and below got bought out, and it caused these sellers at some point to lower their listings, and it's pulling back this market price. It's now at $486. I mean, not really pulling back the market price, but it's just making more justifiable sales because everything was listed at 550 or above from that point. So the sellers are now correcting their prices. We have the most recent sale you see here at $450, right? 450 before that, $450, 3 buys at $450. We have one here at 480, another at 480, 464, $500. I mean, I also see it kind of odd. We're seeing all these sales here below market, and it hasn't dropped the market price whatsoever here on TCG Player. It's kind of odd to me how that chart isn't moving, even though sales are selling for less than what market price is. A little odd there, I'm not gonna lie. Going to eBay now to cross reference. We see one sale at $500 here. There is 0% positive feedback though, but there's 102, I don't know, reviews, I guess. Don't know what to make about that. But moving forward, we have one here at $270. That's insane. Is it because the box is damaged? I don't know. $270 from a seller that has 1.3K reviews and a 99.8% positive feedback. So I guess this was a real sale, but $270 is really cheap for Silver Tempest's current price. Insane. That's a great buy right there. I mean, it's a little ragged though. It's a little beat up, but still, it's a steal really. $456.48 on the buy it now with $14.27 delivery from Canada. Still below market. This plastic looks a little funny to me though, but still below market. Not so bad. $420 here on this nicer looking box of Silver Tempest. Has a little bit of a crease there though. $420 with $7.27 delivery. What else do we got here? $437 on 35 bids. Once again, guys, we're getting a lot of deals that are below market price, below the lowest listed that was on there at $450 for Silver Tempest. So like I said before, you're seeing a lot of price drops. You're seeing a lot of discounted prices, making a lot of these products affordable if you still want to buy them. But you do see some like these at $500 for the Silver Tempest booster box. I mean, to each his own. If they want to play over market, $475 here. $435 on bids though, $435 with $12 delivery, and $430 right here on the 16th on the buy it now. Pretty nice. $490 here though. I mean, things are ranging, right? I mean, it depends on who you are to pull the trigger. This is a really, really nice booster box though. It looks pretty minty, and it looks like it's got the acrylic case on it. Could have been a really, really nice buy if it's a really minty box with the acrylic. So moving forward, Lost Origin, another box. Once again, everything from $900 and below got bought out, making the listings $900 or more, and the market was at $800. Now, that has caused listings, of course, for them to change listings, right? The sellers to change listings. And we're seeing the most recently sold was at $750. We have 2 sales in a row at $750. We have one at $713. We have another at $772. So That caused that again because it just didn't make sense for this box to be at $800 market and listings to be at 900. It didn't make sense. The box wasn't selling. Once again, it's going to cause sellers to relist their boxes for a much cheaper price. We have one here that says best accepted offer on a $600 listing, and this feedback is a little odd though. It's 72.9%. So we're going to ignore this one. We're going to act like that one never happened because you can't trust it. We have another one here with 0% feedback and 0 reviews. Can't trust that. We have one here though on bids, $812 with the acrylic, with a positive seller here, 100% feedback with 1.6K reviews, $52 delivery from Australia though. This is basically a $800 and what, $72 box. I mean, I guess with the acrylic, 442. Not horrible, but not great either. I mean, we'd want to be below 800 if we can. Market is 800 right now. $779 on bids with $77 delivery again from Australia. Pretty crazy buy with this delivery right here. It pushes you well above 800, well above market at 840. That's a pretty crazy buy here. I mean, but it's Lost Origin, right? I expect people to have confidence in Lost Origin, being that it's following Fusion Strike up to that 1K price point at some point. $610 on 100 bids here, and it looks like a super minty box from a trusted seller as well. I mean, that's a nice buy right there. $610 is pretty crazy, and that's where you want to be. That's why I always talk about bids. If I've ever bought anything on eBay, I always look at bids. That's without a question. First thing I do, if I look at the market price, I go straight to the bids. What else do we have here? We're not seeing too many boxes moving here, it looks like, on eBay. We have another one here at $750. This was 2 days ago on the 17th. We have another one here at $850 on the same exact day. $850, $50 above market. I mean, once again, it's Lost Origin. It's a great set. It's gonna go down real well when it comes to the long term. I mean, we have 6 boxes here. What is this? Sealed box. Sealed with soft cases. So this is not a sealed case right here. These are 6 individuals with the soft plastics on them. And they sold for $3,950. I just realized I closed my calculator. But that's fine. We're not even going to do the math on that. We're going to ignore it for now because that's almost $1,000 a box. No, sorry. What am I talking about? That's what? $700 and something a box? All right, we're gonna move on. Um, Astro Radiance. Astro Radiance has not been moving much. This I believe this part right here where it was showing the chart and it wasn't showing any sales there. There's nothing. The most recent sale was $216 on the 13th, and that was for something else. It was for sleeve packs. We have another one with some Korean sale here. We have a whole bunch of the last legit booster box sale for Astro Radiance was on the 2nd of this month, weeks ago. This box is not moving whatsoever as of right now. I mean, it's one of the weaker sets in Sword and Shield. It's that box that's right in front of Battle Styles. Every other box is beating it by a mile, right? Even though it's got some nice cards in there, the Machamp V is nice, the Starmie is really nice in there as well, the Beedrill's nice, but not enough to keep this box up. $366 here on bids as of yesterday. What else do we got here? Let's see. We have one at $375 on a buy it now. Basically $10 delivery, $385 for this box with the acrylic included. So that's $30 off that box. Not a bad buy there. $390 here with $15 delivery. Something looks off the top of this box. It looks bent. But yeah, guys, be aware of that too, guys. Don't make that mistake. $380 here with $11 delivery for Astro Radiance. I mean, the price is sitting around market. We have bids here from Probustine at $347 with $18 delivery. That's a pretty nice buy, well below market. But for the most part, most of these sales are selling right at market. We have another one here at $430 with the acrylic, making it a $400 box. I mean, that's really where it's sitting at. It's still sitting right around market. Not selling as much as the other boxes, though. Moving forward, Brilliant Stars. This is one to be looking at right now. Brilliant Stars has really pulled back from the all-time high of $448 down to $509, and the listings are even cheaper. You see here, recently sold at $489. Before that, at $489 again, $491, $495, $476, $488, $493, $485. Yeah, all these sales, continuous sales for weeks, are going to pull this box below $500. I mean, this was a $500 box before September even rolled around. So I mean, this box is pulling itself back under 500 almost 2 months later, and it's a great time to buy this box. It's a great set. We don't know how much lower it's going to keep pulling, but the listings seem to be right around $490. It looks like they start picking up. You can see here on this first page, after $490, they start picking up to $500 once again. We'll see on eBay now. Let's see what's happening on eBay. $440 here on the buy it now as of today for this nice Brilliant Stars booster box. We have another one here on bids for $524 and $40 shipping. That's $560 for this box from the UK. Way overpriced, overbought. $575 here with $15 delivery from the US. The only thing this box has going for it, I would say, is that it's really minty, but $575 with that shipping is insane over market price. $425 here on bids with $11.42 delivery. Not so bad right there. What else do we got here? Let's see. Any more recent ones? We have one here at $565 with $55 shipping. That's insane from the UK on bids as well with the acrylic case. Even with the acrylic case, it's not below market. $450 here on a buy it now. What was this? On the 18th, just yesterday. And yeah, not so bad for Brilliant Stars. Once again, Brilliant Stars being much more affordable than it usually is. Great time to buy this set. It is a great set. I assume even now with current market prices, it's right behind Lost Origin, making it the fourth box, I guess, in line when it comes to ranking with Sword and Shield. It's a really nice set. It's so jam-packed with so many good cards in it. Next, we're looking at Fusion Strike. Surprisingly enough, Fusion Strike still sitting at $1,000. That's not the surprising part. The surprising part is that we had a few sales at $900, guys. On the 16th, there were 2 sales at $900. On the 15th, there was one at $917. On the 13th, there was another at $917. We've seen a few nice sales on the 17th. I mean, on the 17th, yeah, there was one at $920. After that, everything was at either $990 or higher. But some nice buys there, $100 off. It's just 10%, but it's $100 off of a $1,000 box. That's pretty nice. It's always nice to get some kind of a deal like that. Now, looking on eBay, first one we see here with an acrylic, it's $890 plus $42 delivery from shipping. Not so bad there. It's $20 over market. What am I talking about? $20 over market? Wasn't that $920? Did I just say? That's $80 under market. That's actually a good buy. It's a pretty good buy with the acrylic as well. $982 plus $27 delivery from Australia. That's right at market. Not bad though. The box looks pretty good. Looks a little squished. Something looks a little off there on the side. $920 here, below market again. Another one you see here, it says best accepted offer, but it says no bids. I don't know what to make of that. From what seems to be a trusted seller there. What else do we have here? $800 here with $16.58 delivery. I mean, you can't expect too much moving from Fusion Strike. It is a really expensive box. We have another one here at $995, sold as of yesterday. So yeah, expensive box. It makes it that much harder for people to pull the trigger on the box like that. $1,300 with $6 delivery is insane. I would not buy that. I mean, why would anybody buy that? So far above market. That's insane. So yeah, Fusion Strike not moving so much. It is a much more expensive box, and that's just the way it is. More expensive boxes are going to move a little slower. Just a smaller pool of people that can afford to buy that box. Now, Celebrations, right? Celebrations also pulled back. It was at $252, has now pulled back to $242. It did have that low of $227 when I said it was a time to buy, or at least an opportunity to buy for people. And it has shot up since then. Went up to $252, down to $242. It's Celebrations. We're going to see what happens next year. People have been able to buy this box for a little below market, at least what it was. We have some sales at $249, $255, $254. 4 sales yesterday at $245. I mean, just there at that $245, $250 range. We'll have to see what this box does next year, because this year is not looking so great for Celebrations. There's no reason to pump this box up, or for any seller to try to pump it up. Looking on eBay, sold one today for $220, another for $230 plus $10 delivery, right at market. $225 on bids with $13 delivery. Another one here at $230 with $9 delivery. What else do we got here? $220 here with no delivery charge whatsoever. And another one here at $250. I mean, Celebration seems to be moving. $250, $230 on this one, $215 on bids, plus $10 delivery, $234 with $7 delivery. Yeah, Celebration seems to be moving. A lot of sales on eBay. But once again, even if you bought this box just earlier this year, you made about 50% on this box alone just by that. If people flipped it this quickly, because I see a lot of sales here. And I don't see why this box should be moving that much before the 30th anniversary. So it looks like people are just wanting to realize gains at this very moment. Moving forward, looking at Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies market is just under $2,600 on TCG Player. We haven't had too many sales as of late. We had one on the 11th for $2,579. Nothing since then. But of course, you can expect this box to move on eBay, and it's another box that seems to be well discounted on eBay. There's a listing here that I'm interested in, which is this one. It was sold for $2,050 on bids, and I wanted to look at this one with you guys. I want to look at the original listing, and I want to look at the images. I want to see why this box sold for so cheap. This box doesn't look horrible. It looks like it could have been. It's not that clean of a box, but for it to sell for $2,000, I'm surprised that sold for $2,000. It has that crease in the front there, but I've seen like something like this sell for more. But we'll have to see. $2,750 as of today. Of course, with the beautiful acrylic, you got to sell it with the acrylic if you sell it for $2,750. That's a really crispy looking Evolving Skies box, by the way. Really, really big buy right here. What else? Once again, it won't sell as much, but it is selling. It's still going to move. Another one here at $2,313, and this is where we start finding deals below market. Remember, market was at $2,600, and this is straight from Probestein on bids. $2,313 and $18 shipping. We have another here at $325 with $18 shipping on bids as well from Probestein. We have another one here at $2,400, of course, with the beautiful acrylic. Looks like a really nice box. Still below market though. $2,350 on bids. Once again, I would assume with the acrylic as well. Again, basically $2,300 below market. $2,425 on bids still within the US. $18 from Probestein again. Really, really nice boxes. Every single one but one that sold for $2,750 are below market. We have another one here at $2,200 on the buy it now. What else here? We have that's not a real one. We have another one here at $2,600. I didn't see this one yesterday. $2,600 for this Evolving Skies booster box. But we're finding a lot of deals, guys. A lot of deals in recent times. This one looks almost very similar like the other one. $2,750 again. $2,600 again yesterday. But yeah, guys, deals to be made, deals to be had on eBay, and I would assume other places you look. People trying to move product, people trying to trade. It's a great time to take advantage. Great time right now. Chilling Reign has a slight pullback on TCG Player. It had a high of $577. It is now at $558. But you see here, most recently sold at $500. Right? We see that was on the 15th, $500. We have one on the 14th, $510. We have another on the 13th at $558. All below market price or just at market. It was at $576. It is pulling back a slight bit. We are seeing some nice discounts on eBay for this box as well. And the first one that I saw was right here at $659. That is not the deal that I'm talking about, but this is the first box I'm seeing. And this was as of yesterday. And then there's another one that went on bids at $493, but with $97 shipping from Australia. I will never, ever buy from Australia. But yeah, as we continue, I can't believe these boxes are already being sold. It's insane for $100. You bought them for $70 on Amazon, and they're already selling them for $100. Insane. $500 here, $11 delivery below market. Like I said before, you are finding deals. $480. Hopefully with the acrylic, making it even better deal. $18 delivery. $455 here on bids. What else? $500 here with $7 delivery. Hopefully with the acrylic, like I always say. $651 from the UK. Come on, we're gonna leave that brain cancer alone. Who's buying this stuff? What are you doing? I don't understand. $550 here, a little below market, but a really minty box here. Chilling Reign is such a nice display, though. That blue looks beautiful. And in acrylic, the box is really nice. Of course, the set's really nice. long term should perform pretty well as well. Next is Battle Styles. I will not be cross-referencing Battle Styles because it's one of the most less desirable boxes. Of course, it's been like that for a little while. And this box was sitting at $288 and has pulled back a slight bit. It is now at $281. And you see these sales here are below market. Most recently sold at $268. You see 268, 267, 270, 275, 258, 267, 258, so on and so forth. The box is selling a little below that 288 market high, but Battle Styles is still doing pretty well for where it was earlier this year. Vivid Voltage has also pulled back a really small amount. Is at 256. It was at 256. It is now at $251. Just $5 pulled back, but sales still below market. The most recent one on the 15th for $250. Before that at $255, and a few others pretty close, 260, 260, 260, 250, 255. Yeah, that's where Vivid Voltage is really at. It pulled back a slight bit, but nothing crazy. That is the last booster box for the video. But as I said before, we are seeing many, many more affordable prices than what we're used to. This is the time to buy boxes that you probably thought you couldn't afford or couldn't justify at some point in time. But yeah, hopefully this continues. Hopefully we can keep getting more and more affordable boxes. But we'll have to see what happens in the next episode of the market analysis on next Sunday. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe out there. Peace.